What's going on, you guys? Chantel checking in here. I'm back again with another video for you guys. Before I jump into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And let's jump right into it. So, in today's video, I kind of want to retouch on a situation that I previously talked about in um, a video that I made, I think almost 2 weeks ago, where I was talking about how I was in a relationship. And just a few things, this whole COVID-19 shit. One thing I will say, how did we go from, COVID-19 is like pandemic is attacking everyone, to now black people are the face of COVID-19. And one thing that is irritating the living shit out of me is how the news is fucking telling every fucking body like, oh, black and brown people, you guys are highly more likely to get it. There's more black and brown people getting it than white people. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what the fuck does that mean? And it really, really grinds my gears, and it really pisses me off, because I'm just like, what? And then our Surgeon General, this Uncle Tom motherfucker, has the nerve to say, well, all of my black and brown people, all of my Latinos and black people, try to stay away from tobacco and the use of alcohol. Like, y'all letting this man say this on national fucking TV? Not all brown and fucking black people smoke tobacco and fucking drink. That's every fucking body. That's all people. That's not just a certain color or a certain race. Like, what the fuck? Like, that shit really grinded my fucking gears. Then this nigga had the nerve to say, make sure you're contacting your big mamas and your pop pops. I was like, what? But let me not dig into that. That just really pissed me off, and I just had to rant about that for a few minutes, because that is some really, like, disrespectful ass shit to say. And I would say one thing about this pandemic is you really see people's true colors. Like, I promise you see people's true colors for real. Like, that can go from these motherfuckers in the White House, that can go to people you thought was your friend, that can go for, like, people you thought you was cool with. Like, this pandemic is really showing you who has your back and who don't. But enough on that. I want to revisit a topic, and I'll start off by saying, okay, 2 nights ago, right, I had like this weird ass dream. I had this dream that I was with this dude that I know, and we were driving around, and he was doing like a bunch of illegal shit, right? And I was with him, but by association, if we got caught, I was gonna get locked the fuck up with him too. Okay, so after we got done doing all of that, he dropped me off like downtown on the east side where I stay, and I had to go to somebody's house and pick up something. And next thing I know, there was a fucking fight that broke out, and he was getting jumped like really bad. So, the nice person that I am, I was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna let you, sit around and get fucking jumped. I'm gonna help. And somebody called the fucking cops, and it was cops every fucking where, locking everybody up, basically. But I wasn't locked up. He wasn't locked up because I was trying to save him and help him. So the cops got everybody in handcuffs, right? And they're pushing them back towards the house where I had to go get something out of. And he's up on the porch with the rest of them, but he's not in handcuffs. So this guy that got locked up that was in the fight, he was like, oh, well, shit, this what we doing? So, me, I put my hand over his mouth like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, And he calls the cop over there. The cop is an asshole trying to lock him up. So, you know me, I'm being a black activist, being a good Samaritan. And I'm like, well, why do you have to lock him up? Like, that really doesn't make any sense to me. Um, like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, they were attacking him. And since I was defending him, I wind up getting locked up right along with this motherfucker. No, he didn't get locked up. I wind up getting locked up. And the motherfucker didn't even say thank you or I appreciate it. Like, he looked at me and was like, and I just looked at him like, oh, well, you welcome, motherfucker. And after that happened, I pretty much woke up. And for a split second, I actually thought I was locked the fuck up. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I woke up and I was like, damn. And then I was talking to a friend of mine that I met through Instagram. And I was like, hey, I had this weird dream last night that I got locked up and such and such. And he was like, well, like, what's going on? Like, what are you thinking about? And I was like, I haven't really thought about anything, truthfully. And he was like, well, it has to be something, you know. Why don't you look up the definition of what it means? And I said, okay. So I looked it up and it pretty much stated like old habits and um, things that you are doing. You might want to break those habits. And once I read it, I was like, huh. Which it got even more deeper than that. Because for a second, I thought, what habit? Like, and after I sat down and I thought about it and I actually talked to him, I have a horrible, horrible habit of talking down on myself. And that just comes from years of, you know, people talking down on me. You know, it stems from home. Like, at, at one point, this was years ago, but at one point, my family would talk down on me. And it just became like a really horrible, horrible habit of me just talking down on myself all the time. And it's like, I'm 23 years old. And even now, I still talk down on myself. And one thing I'm learning on this journey of self love is I shouldn't talk down on myself because I am somebody important. I do matter. Um, I'm I'm important to people. I should love myself. I should love to embrace myself. I just realized I touched my face like 50 fucking times. But yeah, like I really have a horrible habit of talking down on myself. And then I went into further depth of trying to understand what this dream exactly meant. And I also thought about, if you guys don't know, I recently made a video how I got dumped, the relationship I was in. And I actually opened up and I actually talked to him about it. And I was like, honestly, I feel bad for how I treated him. But it's like I feel two different ways. Like, I feel bad for how I treated him, one. And then for two, like, I'm also angry at how he treated me. And a part of me feels like the only reason I reacted and did what I did was because of how you treated me. But I, I just didn't have enough strength to say that. And, you know, like, I actually talked to him about it. My friend that I met through Instagram, I was like, honestly, I wasn't fair to him. Like, I kept lying, you know, I cheated, and I just feel so bad. And I just want to tell him, you know, I apologize for hurting you. And, you know, he actually said something that I was actually thinking, like how I just said, you know, part of me, I was only reacting that way because of how you were treating me. And it was funny because he said the same thing that I was thinking. And he was like, honestly, truthfully, it's good that you can be honest with yourself, but at the same time, you also have to know, like, the reason you did that was because of how he was treating you. And I said, yeah, honestly, because truthfully, I'm not that person. Like, I'm not that type of person. If anybody knows me, they know for a fact I can't lie worth a damn. I can't lie to save my life. And I'm 23 years old. Like, my mom, she will tell you, Chantel can't lie to fucking save her life. If the world fucking depended on me to tell a full blown lie to save everybody else, we would pretty much be dead. Cause I can't lie. So, after he said that, I also brought up a few good points. Like, that's why I felt so torn because, like, I felt bad for hurting him, but at the same time, he didn't realize the things that he was doing, the things that he was saying, really hurt my feelings. But he didn't feel like he was wrong, and that was a problem for me. Because even though I'm young and I'm still growing, I have a lot more to learn. And I'm not sitting up here saying I know it all and I think I know everything, because I don't. But when we were in a relationship, it was like I was always the one fucking up. I was always the one that was wrong. I was never right. It was kind of like he was God in the relationship. He can't do no wrong. It's just me. And eventually that shit really started to take a toll on me, and it really started to piss me off because I was like, damn, like, I know I'm human and I fuck up, but you feel like you don't do shit wrong just because you buy me shit and fucking get my hair and fucking nails done does not mean you're perfect. And I don't know if that's a cancer thing, but yeah, like, he would always like say, "Oh, I do all this shit for you." And I feel like, honestly, look, you should want to do that shit because you want to. Don't do it and then get upset and then throw that shit back in my face. I don't like that shit. I don't like it at all, cuz that's like me doing something for somebody and then turn around and say, "I'm doing you a favor. I treated you like royalty." If you treated me like royalty, then we would still be together. Or if you treated me like royalty, then I wouldn't have lied so much. I wouldn't have, like, I would have felt comfortable telling you because we were in a relationship. Everything. But I didn't feel comfortable. So, after having that conversation with my friend, he honestly put everything into perspective for me, and I really did appreciate that. And it was honestly like a stress reliever for me, because one thing I will say that I struggle with too is trying not to stress. Like, I stress about a lot of things. Like, even now, like, the way this world is going, how people are being treated, like, how all of a sudden black and brown people are the face of COVID-19. Like, I don't like that shit. I hate it. And I honestly feel like I am like a pro activist, like pro black, like, activist. And it doesn't mean I don't like any other race or I'm against any other race, but the type of person I am, right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't give a fuck what status you have. I don't give a fuck what type of power you have. If you're wrong, I'm gonna fucking tell you you're wrong. I don't give a fuck who you are, what type of status you have. And that's why I stress a lot, because during this quarantine, like, I see how this COVID-19 is dividing people, how it's taken so many lives and so many people are sick. And at this point, anybody can get it. Like, I feel like this is a pandemic where anybody can get it. Why why broadcast all over fucking national TV, social media, that brown and brown and brown and black people are the leading cases? Like, you only have a few cities listed, like, one, Chicago, um, Louisiana, Detroit, like, and then just shit in my personal life. Like, honestly, that's why my mind has been so heavy, because I feel like I wish I can do something to help people. Like, that's just the type of person I am. Like, I want to help people. Like, and just seeing all this madness happen, plus on top of dealing with my own madness, is fucking insane. But that's the end of this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you later.